Hi Crafty Friends, it's Chi Bum here, and I'm going to show you today how I made this super cute Beehive easel card using some Scrap Diva dice. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start with this, like the first layering piece. And what I did is I took some black cardstock and I folded it in half and ran it through my machine with this die, leaving a little bit so that it's not cutting all the way through. See, at the top it left like, I don't know, maybe a centimeter. Oh, it's probably more than, I don't know, but just a little bit. Just that little bit is all you need. So that way, when you fold open your card, it will look like this, right? Or you know, as of right now. Then I took and cut this up one more time in the black, because this will be our easel piece. And then I took the layering piece, the stitch layering piece, this piece, and I cut it out of just, this is just a textured yellow. This is going to go on the back of my card just to give it a little bit more stability and just make it look nice and finished off. And I could put, you know, made by if I wanted to, but that's the back. And then I took, you know, whatever pattern you want and cut that out of the stitch piece as well, because this will be the front of my card. And then I did cut out more of the honeycomb shaped, and that will go like so. So to start, we're gonna, before we do any kind of folding or anything, I'm gonna put it on my back piece so that I know which is the back. And usually you can feel, because you ran it through twice, you'll know the back. It has just like that little bit of a lip. And if it does, you can take your bone folder and just kind of push it down. Like so. All right, so I'm gonna take my back mat and we're gonna add that. You could use double-sided tape if you wanted to use this as well. So I'm gonna unfold it so I get it nice and flat. And see, you can see it, like it just hangs over just that itty bitty like sliver, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna make sure that this is attached real well. And if you have a stamp, you could put a, I don't know what I'm gonna do on the back yet. So this card is gonna be for my good friend back home. She loves yellow, and she's actually allergic to bees like me, but likes bees. And she's super supportive of my crafty hobby, and she comes down and visits once a year. So we're gonna make this for her. So there's my back, and I can put a stamp on here. I have the little bee stamps, so I could put a little stamp on here, or made by, or whatever. But that's the back. We're not gonna worry about that. So before we add this front piece on, let's take this. So we need to take this and we need to find out where we want to score it at, right? Because you want to score it so that it will flip up and it will kind of fold in like this. So I think by scoring it right at like in between the notches is going to be my best bet. And it's going to be a little wonky because it's not 100% straight, right? Let's see. And yeah, it probably doesn't help that this is upside down. That's not going to help you out. So we have our scoreboard like this, and we're going to line it up the best we can. Oops. And we're going to score it. I feel like right between those two notches is pretty good. Put that away. So now I'm going to take this and I want to open it up. I want to fold it inward because we want it to pop up. So you want to fold it inward like so. So that way it'll fold up and it will sit like this. All right, but we're gonna and like this will be attached, and that's how your easel card will basically work. It's very simple. I've done it with just a square shape before and adding this piece on top of the square, but I thought it would be fun to just show you what a shaped one will look like. So when this popped up, it'll kind of look like this. And we'll put a matte piece on the inside, and we're gonna do the cover. So put that aside and we'll do the cover. So I'm gonna put this piece on here, and you can pop these up. I'm not gonna pop it up on foam just because this is gonna go in the mail, but if you wanted to add dimension, you could pop everything up on foam if you want. I'll probably add flowers, so I'll have some dimension. I just don't want to add too much because it's going in the mail, and I don't want it like squish, if that makes sense. Okay. This paper is just so stinking cute. All right. So we have that, and then what did I just do with that piece? Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna put this on. Okay, so here's our cover piece. And before I attach this, I'm gonna do my inside mat. So I need to figure out what I want as my inside mat. Okay, so for my inside mat, I'm just gonna go with a simple honeycomb, and we're gonna glue that in. I might have to scoot this down just a little bit because of the top. We want it to be able to fold in. I mean, you could always, if it gets in your way, I just folded it down a little bit so it still works. It will still lay flat. But you could just kind of trim off the top. So by pulling it down a little bit, it leaves the matting piece, like the mat looks a little wonky. You can see how it is, but so if I had a different shape, I might do it differently. I'd probably just cut off just a little bit of the tip. But for this purposes, I think it works out fine. So now we have that. Now we can attach this, but you're not going to lay it, you're only going to attach it this by the bottom flap. So you're not going to glue the top at all. So I would lay it down like this so you know what you're going to glue. So you only want this piece glued. And again, you could use double-sided tape if you want. I just prefer glue. Okay, so that's all we want glued. We don't want the whole thing glued. Line it up. Line up good. There. So now we have our card when it will lay flat and then it will pop up. So I like to put like a sentiment or ephemera or something right here. So let me dig and see what I can find. Okay, so I don't know exactly what the words I want to put in this inside yet. So I think that I'm gonna put these are like the chipboard stickers that come with the collection. I think I'm just gonna put a simple little flower there so that you can see it. because I'll probably write a little message in there and I'll decorate the front. So I think that I'm just gonna put it, what way does it go? Maybe like this? Or do I want it like this? I think I like it like this. There we go. So all you need is something like this. You need something just with dimension. It can't be a flat anything. So if you have a sentiment, you could pop it up on foam tape. You could put anything that has just a little bit of a dimension just for that lip to catch so that it stays popped up. That's all you need. So it just can't be super flat. Like if you do a sentiment, it needs to be layered. It could be layered on foam. It could be a lot of little things. You could probably use these little wooden buttons, but I don't want it to be too thick because I do want my card to lay somewhat flat because I'm going to have it decorated on the top anyway. And if you were to mail it, you would want it somewhat flat. This is going to go in a box with a gift, so I guess I don't really have to worry about it being too flat. But yeah, it just has to be a very thin thickness, but it does have to have some thickness. I hope that makes sense. So like chipboard sticker, perfect. So we have that, and now I'm going to decorate the front. Okay, so here is my card all decorated. I used quite a few things. I ended up using the B word set #1. I used the Be Happy stamps. I used the honeycomb die, this piece. I used the cute bees and the Beehive mini album, all in one project. You don't have to have all of these to do this, but it turned out really cute. So I cut some of the Beehive down. I put it on yellow acetate and also put some glossy accents on there so it looks a little wet. The words do have like a double matte layer, but I've only used one so it wouldn't be too boxy. These are the new fringe flowers. Oh, I forgot those. So I used the new, I think it's fringe flower #2. And this is the cute bee. He is up on one of those little spring things, so he's buzzing around. And she's really cute. This is what the inside looks like. I can put whatever sentiment I want on there. And then I did put like a little honeybee stamp on the back. So that's how it all turned out. I think it turned out really, really cute. I love how it's just cute. It's a very cute die. And I think that my friend is gonna love it. I really wish there was like a happy birthday. I think that would have been cute, but there was no happy birthday. There was just like be something. But I put be beautiful because she texts me all the time. Anytime she texts me, she's like, hey beautiful, hey beautiful. So I thought it was fitting. On the inside I'll put happy birthday and some other things. You could even I'll probably just take a gel pen, like a metallic pen, and write like a little note up here. And yeah, that's how it's looking. I'm very proud of it. I think it's very cute. If you have any questions, let me know. I will link everything I used down below so you can get your links. If you head over to Scrap Diva and you want any of these dies, use code CheekyBum to save yourself 10%. And I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.